getting a little warm out. Spring skiing is here. And along with spring skiing, we have our closing weekend traditions. And my favorite closing weekend tradition is the pond skim.
Of course. Love it.
And so I collected a couple of pond skimming videos, some top hits to share with you today, Fred.
Give it to me. Cannot wait.
Have you ever pond skimmed?
I have not. Younger Fred would consider pond skimming. Contemporary Fred, I like injured myself sitting just now by crossing my legs. I think pond skimming I would
for you?
be in traction.
So
for
if any
the
of our
rest the
viewers
year.
aren't familiar with pond skimming, I could describe it, or we could just jump right in. So our first video today is from last closing season 2013 at Arapahoe Basin, A-Bay as locals call it. This is a natural lake. Let's go ahead and cue this up. And watch this video. It is a natural lake made by nature. A-Basin stays open really late in the spring. You can ski there through June sometimes. And yeah, folks, this is pond skimming. Probably 98% of people will fall in.
Yeah.
The goal is to make it across the lake and ski out of it. This particular pond skim is known for being very slushy. It looks a little bit
That looks so cold.
You're working on teamwork development there.
My rating is 3 life preservers and a hot shower.
Snowboarders do seem to have an easier time, which makes sense. It's more surface area.
Seems like the key to pond skimming is keeping your weight back and maybe having a blood alcohol content of like 0.8.
I think so. Oh,
go!
See, sometimes you just get penalized for pulling a trick.
Again, hardcore would not do this.
So that was a great intro pond skim, but Steamboat kind of throws more of a party for their pond skimming celebration.
Okay.
Costumes here are mandatory. And you are judged not just on whether or not you get across the pond, but you are judged on tricks you perform, the costume you're wearing, the crowd reaction. So let's take a look here.
Mo, what would be your pond skimming costume?
One time I did a closing day and dressed like a penguin.
Oh, look at that. No, didn't quite make it.
That looks deep and
Shark
cold. Look at that launch. This is a well-developed pond here.
Aladdin didn't quite make it. I think this is like pond skimming 11 out of 10. I give this 6 Advils and 1 Splint.
I might not be willing to pond skim myself, but I would sign up to judge for sure.
Come on, banana suit. Give me 1 person in a banana suit. And right into it. That was a water ski.
That's probably about how far I would get.
How do you get
God,
the water
the kicker
ski?
into the water. That's an extreme pond skim.
Again, hardcore would not pond skim.
No. So pond skimming can also be for a cause. At Keystone, they have a spring-tastic closing weekend, really fun. And proceeds from the events this weekend, including the pond skim, gets donated to the Epic Promise Foundation, which supports Vail Resorts employees, when they need relief, if they have a family emergency. So pond skimming for a cause. Let's take a look at Keystone's 2023 pond skim celebration.
Oh, that was a trick. So do you raise money by like the distance you go in pond skimming, or do they get a big bonus if you do like a helicopter and land
I
it?
wonder if they sell viewing tickets to this, because I would actually probably pay money to sit there, drink a beer, and
I know exactly where this is. As a Keystone pass holder, I completely endorse this event and everyone should check it out. I give this 2 life vests and a ambulance visit to Summit County.
So I think we're
Hospital.
seeing a physics problem here. Is you want to be backseat enough to lift your tips up, but then so many of these folks are too backseat and just completely tip over.
I know, and I feel like another key to pond skimming is being like a 22-year-old dude bro. That really helps
It
out.
probably helps if your name is also Chad.
Yeah.
Let's go to California.
Okay.
Mammoth Mountain. This is a crazy pond skim because it's over 100 feet
Whoa.
long. This is a doozy. Let's cue this up. And if I were these guys, I would actually try to ski in water skis.
Oh, it's a shark.
float,
Is that
good
left
float.
shark? Oh, great. He made it the whole way. Here's the pond skimming champion being interviewed, and this
Nice
is going to not go well. Oh my gosh.
Oh, for a second there, I thought he had it.
For sale, 1 elephant costume, smells like mildew.
So this just cues fears of, there's probably a word for it. Is it like thalassophobia, where you have a fear of water and drowning?
Oh, I want to see the penguin pond skim. Are there going to be sea lion pond skimmers waiting to eat them? Are there pond sharks in the pond skimming pond?
That one might have to have prize money, but I do think there is some more gamification we could do for this.
I give this 3 knocked out teeth and 1 industrial sized ball of gauze.
Okay, on to Utah, because again, pond skimming is universal. The Pond Skim Beach Party at Solitude. There's a prize here for best skim, best costume, and best crash. Just take a look. It's kind of like figure skating, where I'm only in it for the crash. Jeez.
These people are all taking massive
crashes.
headers. I feel like the penguin was all three best
I like that. The
costume.
inflatable flamingo is a safety measure, drowning prevention.
This would be if you needed a rescue while pond skimming. The search and rescue guy has the sled.
Dad, I'm so proud you made it safely.
Oh, all right.
let's
Ben
see how-
Franklin is
yep.
pond skimming. These are wonderful costumes. The pond seems a little bit shorter than normal. Here goes our friend in the penguin again. And this is professional pond skimmer, Skimmy McPonderton.
That is a trick. From Whitefish, Montana, this is a classic pond skimming
Can
competition.
we just do pond skim videos like the rest of the day?
So the best thing I think about the pond skimming videos is you can watch people wipe out, but they're okay. Like, relatively.
For the most part. I mean, you know, maybe they had like their snorkel filled up
Yeah,
with
maybe
water.
versus like mountain biking wipeouts from like that definitely broke a clavicle. For the most part, I like to think they're smiling. So let's watch this video from Whitefish in 2023. Whitefish is known for having huge crowds. Yeah, see, he's probably fine. He might
Lifeguard! I
have
need
given
mouth to
himself
mouth.
a rear skull concussion from his own boots.
That person definitely called in sick for work
Roll
the next
down
day.
the windows.
Oh my
That's a good
gosh.
splash. I feel like splashes should be a part of the judging as well.
This one gets 3 crushed cans of kokanee and a Dusty Bottoms. Look at it, it's a 3 Amigo. Oh, American pond skim.
Man, out of all these, I feel like Whitefish here might have the best party. Look at them go.
So do they make specialty skis for pond skimming? There's like, this is the pond special, the like Pond Carve 3000.
You know what? There might be a market.
I think like go on Facebook Marketplace the day after this and try to buy a bunch of used ski gear. And it's all just like slightly soggy.
Smells of mold and mildew. So one of the cool things about pond skimming is it's not a new tradition. And our production crew pulled some really fun archival footage of some OG pond skimming back in the 80s. And I feel like this needs no introduction. Let's watch this party. I'm always encouraged by the older videos like this because I'm like, Mom?
I know, right? Grandma, what did you do when you were in your 20s? Oh, I can just hear the like Huey Lewis in the news playing in the background here. This is glorious.
You know, everyone was just more beautiful and free back then, I feel like, too.
Well, the nice thing about the 80s is that no one cared about like safety or whether or not this was bad for you. So they're like, hey, Dave, yeah, we only need 2 inches of water. It'll be fine.
Plus, if these guys are watching these new modern pond skimming videos, they're going to be all like, back in my day, our skis were 72 underfoot. You guys
know.
are cheating with your boats.
Yeah, I would take the, 110s out, 110 K2s and fly across the pond at 900 miles an hour.
But I think what this is saying is that ski towns have just always had a ridiculous culture. And like, what is it about ski town culture that just makes you never grow old and do ridiculous stuff like this?
I know. Back in my day, we always drank 7 tall boys before pond skimming. Glorious. I love this. I could watch pond skim videos literally all day, Mo.
If anybody out there has a great pond skim wipeout that we should see, I hope they email it to us at tos@outsideinc.com.